Hi, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a good week last week. I know things are probably getting pretty rough, but I hope everybody has a good week this week. A lot of times I know I speak specifically to guys in the oil field just because that's pretty well all I know. I apologize if I've been hitting on it a lot lately, but there seems to be a lot going on in the oil field industry and all those lines of work there. You know, I'm sure everybody's aware of the price of oil dropping and all the work going away, and that's not just for drilling side, that's production side. I'm sure it slows down a little bit, and you know, service companies and everywhere. But I'd like to say that it doesn't just have to be oil field guys that go through trying times and financial troubles. You know, we all will go through that, and you know, I've got a couple of verses when I go through here that really speak to me, but I've got this verse this week, and I hate to keep harping on things, but it's in Isaiah, and it's chapter 30, verse 18. And before I read it, I'd just like to say that, you know, during these times when things are starting to be bad, when things are starting to look terrible, whether it be financially or with a relationship or your spiritual walk, you know, the Lord wants us to come to Him for guidance. He wants us to come to Him for help, not to rely on our own knowledge and our own wisdom and our own well-being. We have to rely on Him and seek Him, and we have to be patient. We have to be patient to what He wants us to do. And in Isaiah, it says, "So the Lord must wait for you to come to Him, so He can show you His love and compassion. For the Lord is a faithful God. Blessed are those who wait for His help." And a lot of times, you know, things are starting to look bad. Hey, we need to go find another job. We got to go do this. I've got to do this. I got to. And yeah, that's a good work ethic to have, and that's a wonderful mentality to have. But a lot of times, we just need to be still. We just need to be still and feel God talk to us and feel what He wants us to say. We gotta sit still in our life and hear what God wants us to do. We gotta be patient. We've got to come to Him. We've got to stop and just sit still. And when we come to Him, listen to what He wants us to do. Now, I'm not saying that everybody's going to lose their job. They're going to pray and God's going to give them a wonderful job. I'm not saying that. But if we'll come to Him and we'll ask for His help and we'll just be at His mercy, He will show us compassion. He's a loving Father, a loving God. And you know, in Ecclesiastes, we had done a devotional over it before, and it says, "Enjoy prosperity while you can, but when hard times strike, realize that both come from God, and remember that nothing is certain in this life." And that's exactly what it is. Nothing is certain in this life, whether it be your job or anything. Nothing is certain, but the love of Christ, and we are certain in that. And you know, when things are starting to be terrible and we just don't know what we're going to do, let's go to Him. Let's be patient and let's ask for His help, and then wait for His help when He give it to us. Not just do what our earthly desires tell us to do. And on another note, I would just like to encourage y'all to read in Ezekiel. I read in Ezekiel chapter, I can't remember what it was, but anyhow, Ezekiel chapter 7, I know, and it's talking about God's judgment on bad people. You know, who are we to judge who's bad? But if you get a chance and you're bored, you know, after you flip through some, reading Ezekiel chapter 7, it spoke to me this week about a lot of times we feel, hey man, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, but yet we're getting stacked out. You know, we're doing what we're doing, but I'm getting laid off. And it doesn't seem fair, and it seems like all the people who go around and are snaking grasses, you know, in our earthly opinion, they get ahead. Well, don't worry about that. God's going to take care of all that. We just keep doing what we're doing and do what God's called us to do, and hey, we'll be all right. I hope everybody has a good week. Sorry for the length of this. I know it's a little longer than usual, but y'all keep praying, keep your head up, know that God's got a plan for all of us. Money ain't everything, and if we keep praying, God's going to take care of us. I'll talk to y'all next week.